Harry's wife. It's downsize time. The somatic narcissist focuses on material items. Material items are used to get to the prime aims. For instance, lots of money allows the assertion of control. Withdrawing money from people provokes a reaction. Bribing people brings them under control. Purchasing gifts for them triangulates them with that gift, bringing them under control, causing them to provide fuel to the narcissist. Living in a large house causes looks of admiration and envy, all of which is fuel to the narcissist, an opportunity to show it off to the neighbours, to show it off to friends, to host parties there, to talk about the property, maybe even have it featured in some kind of interior design magazine or home furnishings magazine. Again, providing an opportunity to manage a particular facade and draw plenty of fuel, maybe even some residual benefits by way of being paid to showcase the property. Driving an expensive car, drawing those looks of approval, looks of envy. Again, it's all good fuel. Buying expensive jewellery, ensuring that you look fantastic. For the somatic narcissist, it's invariably more, bigger, better, shinier. The prospect of a somatic narcissist having to downsize is a serious threat to control. It stinks of failure, and failure pulls at the thread of control. It sends a signal out to other people. They're not doing so well now, are they? Comments are made. The paranoia of the narcissist believes that people are commenting on the fact that they've had to sell the huge mansion and move to something smaller. People passing by, are they talking about us? Are they remarking on the fact that we can no longer afford 47,000 flushing toilets? Downsizing is a hammer blow to the narcissist, especially where they operate a facade in the way that Harry's wife does, and they are somatic. It causes major problems. It causes a threat to control and the provision of challenge fuel. In some instances, it might also mean that that person's status slips within a social circle, suddenly finding that they are no longer welcome or invited to certain events, which also threatens status and control further. Is this what awaits the Sussexes? Well, according to the Daily Mirror and an article by Molly Quirk, Harry's wife and Harry could be forced to downsize Monty Shitshow Mansion in latest blow. Harry's wife and Prince Harry could be forced out of their sprawling mansion that reportedly has a $9.5 million mortgage following the collapse of their Spotify deal. Harry's wife and Prince Harry could be forced to downsize their sprawling Monty Shitshow mansion if they miss out on huge paydays. The couple, who stepped down as working members of the British royal family in 2020, lest you forget, have been living a quiet and low-key life in California with their 4-year-old son Archie and 2-year-old daughter Lilibet, again in case you'd forgotten about them. Harry's wife was even spotted at the local farmers market last week, shopping for fresh flowers and enjoying the Santa Barbara sunshine with her dog and security in tow, but the ginger poodle, he was not in tow. But the couple could be forced to trade their lavish lifestyle for something a little more modest, as they supposedly consider downsizing following a few blows to their brand. Well, ordinarily, Harry's wife is not adverse to a few blows, but not when they're directed towards her. This comes after their $20 million Spotify deal came to an abrupt and shocking end, with it reported soon after that their $98 million Netflix deal is hanging in the balance. And just last week, the couple took another blow when their Netflix docuseries Harry and Harry's Wife was snubbed in the Emmys shortlist. It is now reported that the couple are being forced to scale back on costs as they rescue their ailing brand. A source has told Closer magazine, that well-known investigative journal, that the couple are facing up to mounting business pressures after their Spotify deal came to an abrupt end. The source added that the couple are having to work hard to rescue their brand because it's not looking good. They added that their overheads are massive and they need huge paydays in order to maintain their current lifestyle. Pausing there, this is not a surprise when it comes to somebody like Harry's wife. Remember, she functions in the moment. She's deluded. She believes that everybody will be interested in her. And when they secured these initial huge paydays in 2020 or thereabouts with Netflix and Spotify, etc., she'll have thought the only way is up. See how popular we are, Harry. See how people want to know about us. They're throwing money at us. We're on our way up. We'll break our way into the A-list and continue to do this in the Californian sunshine. All is well. She, of course, with her sense of entitlement, believes the deals would just keep on coming. And of course, as always, she's the one that's fucked it up. Laziness, behaviour that people disapprove of, lack of talent, bland beigeness, it's all come together to mean that people aren't as interested in them and realise there is nothing really beyond them whinging about the royal family that they have to offer. Accordingly, the deals start to disappear. Naturally, she does not accept that it is her fault, as I've explained to you before. And now, as those chickens of authenticity come home to roost, the problem is that it will start to affect the things that really matter to her. Money is a huge residual benefit, but it allows her to purchase stuff which she then triangulates. The huge home with the 47,000 flushing toilets. Security. Private jets. Having scrambled to this position, she will not relinquish this without any form of fight. And most likely outcome, as I've explained to you previously, because of the inability of the gruesome twosome to actually generate money in a legitimate fashion, I'm not saying they go around robbing banks, but rather their talent-free zones, means that she's going to go and have to find somebody else to ponce off. The suggestion, therefore, is that because of these massive overheads and reduced income, the Sussexes could now be forced to downsize their 9-bedroom and 19-bathroom mansion. It is reported that the couple bought their home with a $9.5 million mortgage, with the thought of them downsizing to a smaller, more modest and more affordable home, as seen in the thumbnail, proving to be upsetting for the couple. Now, ordinarily, it may well be upsetting for someone because the fact that you're having to downsize when you didn't want to would be regarded as failure. You may well be attached to the home that you've worked hard for, and that you have to downsize means that not only does it feel like a backward step, you're losing something that you have an affinity for. For Harry's wife, she may well think in those terms, but what's really going on is the damage that it causes to her perceived status and the impact it has upon the prime aims. It's not just upsetting for her, it's catastrophic, because it smacks of failure. And failure tells her she's no good. And failure means that she's not in control. And therefore her narcissism must do something to resolve this situation. And of course, the easiest thing to do would be to blame Harry. It's your stupid bug that has dried up the deals, which means I have to lose my lovely home because of you. Sort it, Ginge. Or in other words, it justifies her going out and throwing some spicy poontang in somebody else's direction to ensnare them. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.